This is something that I'm going to be able to enjoy for the rest of my life, and I know that I will continue to make progress through the rest of my life. And that realization was one that I didn't have until I started taking lessons here. My outlook as a guitar player has improved 100%. I have noticed a vast difference in my playing that covers the entire gamut. I had tried to teach myself. I had tried using videos and books and just kept feeling like I needed somebody to help guide me along this, to help me know what it was that I was missing. In the past, I had taken lessons with other instructors and never really found what I was looking for. It almost felt like this was just a job for them, and they weren't really invested in me or the progress that I wanted to make. And I don't feel that way with GNR. I feel like anything that's coming up, any problems that I may be having, any questions that I have are taken seriously, and I'm not being just taught something straight out of a book. This is something that really feels like a lot of effort was put into, and I can see the benefits of that. When I come to the lessons, I always feel like I'm important, that I'm the focus of why we're here. I don't feel like I'm just some nameless student going into a guitar store and I get my hour and then I'm shown out. I feel like I'm welcome. I feel like that my progress is as important to them as it is to me. One of the main things about the atmosphere that I enjoy is that I don't have to be afraid to make a mistake. I realized that this learning environment was exactly what it was that I needed. So that's why I signed up and have been coming to lessons for almost 2 years. It's an environment that is obviously created for learning and for teaching. There aren't any distractions. I come in, I get top-notch instruction. I always leave feeling like I have learned something. So with previous instructors and time when I was trying to teach myself how to do this, I didn't know what the end game of this was going to be. One thing that I've learned that has really helped my outlook is that this is a lifelong pursuit. This is not something that I'm going to master in a very short period of time and then that's going to be it. I think the most important part is the actual relationship I feel. This is more than just like a business arrangement. This seems like somebody who really cares about where I am going, the progress that I'm making, what my goals are, and how what I'm being taught helps to reinforce the goals that I came in with. My commute is approximately 40 to 45 minutes to get to my lessons, and I believe that it's worth every second of it. I could probably find some place closer, and actually I had talked to some people that were closer to where I was, but I didn't have that feeling of a relationship or that feeling of that this was the right place for me anywhere else. One of the biggest things that I've learned that has really helped me is to learn how to practice, to have an effective practice regimen, and it be structured and effective, which I did not have in the past. It's difficult to put a number on how much I've learned just because there's so much of it. During my consultation, I brought up that I didn't know what I didn't know. And that made it extremely difficult on my own to figure out where I was along this journey. And now that's changed. I have a much better idea of where I am and all of the things that are possible down the road. It's mind-blowing how different it is. So I have recommended that other players take lessons. As a matter of fact, my son takes lessons here on my recommendation. What I told him was exactly my experience, that I felt like I am important, and I felt like that my progress matters, that what I'm learning is excellent. I would recommend anybody to come and take lessons here. My musical life before starting lessons was undirected. I would think about wanting to learn to play something, but then I would struggle with it and I would give up. And one of the biggest things that I have learned through this process is that I can do this. The people I consider my guitar heroes aren't magical. They weren't born with something that I don't have. I realize that it's just something that I can work on, something that I can improve on, and something that I can do for the rest of my life and continue to enjoy.